In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone and welcome to Date Night. I'm Imaginations Games.
And I'm EXBanditryu.
So, basically what happened is that we found out that in Manglewood Swamp, what was happening was called the bridge disappearance glitch. So we had to uninstall all of our save data and delete it because when we had entered into that level, it had saved it with the glitch. So nothing that we did, no matter how many times we would reload it, it wouldn't load that. So I had to go back and backtrack and redo all the other things that we'd done before. Some of the things that we'd 100%ed, I had to do without the 100% completion, just to try to catch back up.
Yeah.
But we went forward on this, but unfortunately, Ryu's microphone also broke when we were doing this episode. Same day.
So the episode had 0 audio and still has 0 audio.
But we have the visual still, so you guys can still see the episode when we actually gotten Oddsock. But there isn't any sort of game audio, and
because
this is being added later.
Fucked up. Well, my mic fucked up. I didn't realize it was broken because it was running just fine, I think like an hour beforehand, and it must have dropped or something.
And unfortunately, we chose to do the recording anyway, because I didn't know whether my getting the marbles and then exiting the level would save the marbles as being there, or I would have to go back and redo the levels again. So to save on that time, I just sort of wanted to keep going and not risk losing all the things that I had just accomplished. So this is me just kind of gathering everything else from around the level that I hadn't noticed before.
I also didn't think about it, but I'm not in this episode.
Yeah, no, we realized that after the fact, because I'd already been playing, like, to catch back up. Because I had more Little Big Planet experience. So
I was not paying attention at all when we were doing this.
Oops. Unfortunately, we also missed out on you guys hearing me rage at a video game, which rarely ever happens.
See, but now the back is, like, actually
Yeah, now we
there.
actually have the Oddsock statue and all the marbles present and stuff. So everything's actually there, and the platform that we would have been getting off of the grate back there is actually there.
And you don't die from it, which is awesome.
So here we are, now we've gotten all 3 marbles. The zombie level comes into play. And out emerges Oddsock.
This was strange because the little objective thing said bring Oddsock back from, well,
back
you
from
know.
the dead. It's fucking ridiculous. So Pinballs in the Mist is the name of the level. I kinda just stood out there for a minute, I don't remember why.
I think you were asking me if I wanted to join, and I was like, well, we forgot beforehand, so fuck it.
Maybe. Also, hello, Gotank.
Oh, man. Fuck, why not? I can white it out. Oh, well.
Alright.
Usually I disable the internet from showing up so that we don't have to like that.
Oh.
I think we're doing this. And this is everything.
If you had exited and entered, we would have still had the same.
Yeah, but we did not.
And I didn't
Oh, what was that? It's Oddsock!
Well, no, he keeps, like, being super...
Right, but it's Oddsock. Oddsock, as we found out, moves a lot faster when you're playing as him. And it just overall being, like, a little bit tougher to keep up with. The footage, like, frame skips at some point because Oddsock's going too fast for the Dazzle to keep up with it. But he's just also a really fun character to play. His level is really interesting.
Yeah, he's a lot faster than I gave him credit for.
Because it wasn't advertised that he was going to be super, super fucking fast. They were just like, oh yeah, you can bounce off walls. It's like, that's cool. It's my little dog sort of friend. Still a sock. He's a sock. The boss for this level was way more difficult than I was expecting it to be.
Oh yeah, we kept that in, didn't we? Oh well.
But
That was funny. Whoopsies.
I outright, like, there was a point after, like, I died the 3rd time that, like, I literally stood up and was yelling, like, are you fucking kidding me? And like Ryu's just like, I really wish we had the sound for this, because this is a rare instant.
No, I thought we did have the sound, like because I didn't realize my my microphone had been broken. But what else in brand you was that?
Not 70 thanks. We get to Oddsock you which no notification or anything. She's like, oh, you're Oddsock now. Meet you outside.
But he is a fun character to play, and you'll see within the first couple seconds of me playing as him, I already switched to the alligator costume, because it makes me happy. And I do the same stupid thing that I do every other time I put him, which is really dumb, but it made me laugh so hard I was crying the very first time that I'd ever seen the outfit.
Like, why can you even tilt the head like that? It's ridiculous.
Because you can tilt the head in every other thing, so why not?
Do we have that sticker now, or?
I don't know. But see, like, I was already like, whoa, he moves quickly.
No, there's the sticker. So we get it like immediately.
Yeah, but there's no real option.
I like how the guy's like, I can jump on walls, and it's like, yeah, well, we knew that. I think everyone who watched the trailer knew that. Times 14? Jesus Christ.
See, and I was like, oh, okay.
Live. Oddsock from Gravity.
Almost got 100 this time.
See, and I'm just kind of like, I don't understand. It's like every time I would jump, it would then open, and I'm like, then how do I trigger the jump panel?
Yeah.
I never played through the level before. I had to see what's going on.
No, I get you. It was more along the lines of like,
See, that's where I fucked up.
that shit
I
was
like, God damn it.
precise as fuck for jumping, because you have like a few seconds, well no, maybe like a second to wait before doing something and it registering. Oh.
Oops.
Whoops, yeah, like Jesus. That was quick.
Oh. These gravity panels are also really interesting, but it also makes it really hard to sort of grab items precisely. Because you don't have the option of like being able to slide and like know where your controller's gonna go.
That was
I
it.
really want it though. It's mine.
He does play a lot different from what's his name?
Sackboy.
Sackboy.
But he just moves so fast that sometimes you're like, I can't even keep up with what's going on.
I love the little fucking guy when
It's
you
really
I think I was just trying to see if I'd missed anything.
See, because like, look, there's a thing up there.
Yeah, but then you
I have no
lost
idea
it.
how to get to it.
And then we missed both.
I missed, and I
anyways.
was like, God damn it, I can't get down.
This is definitely one of those levels where it's like the second time would probably be a lot easier.
Yeah, because you're just learning how to use him. Also, this will hopefully never happen again where we have to go back and overdub.
Usually
going on?
I'm better.
He's usually pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I do the test beforehand,
Oh.
but we had just assumed that it was fine.
We've reached the point where the platform is just not there anymore. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. Like, I was like, oh, slide thing, cute. And then I can take my time and sort of go up on its own. But it's like, oh, wait, everything's collapsing. Fuck you.
Oh, did they give you that one? Yeah, they did.
Yeah. They're like, alright, we feel sorry for you. We're gonna warp you back. And it'll be fine. It's like, is that the right way to go? Because I don't want to go the right way first. I want to get the stuff first. Stuff is good.
Yeah, what's your name on here?
Imaginations.
Alright. Imaginations Games went back in to some of the levels while I was editing stuff and was
trying to gain more of the things.
yeah. Oh well.
I couldn't get back up there.
Not without a lack of trying though.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if some of you have seen, but up on the Imaginations Games channel, Ryu and I Let's Played Little Big Planet 2. But before I'd done that, I'd played it before with my younger brother, and we'd actually gotten to 100% the entire game. And like...
But we didn't 100% it.
Yeah, no,
because-
Ryu and I didn't 100% it, but...
Mostly because I'm just bad at
my
it.
little brother Aiden and I 100%ed the whole thing beforehand. And then I was like, oh, sweet, level's over. This is badass. That's a really spooky icon, though. Check it, the stuff.
Did he just eat the level complete icon?
Yep.
That's
He is a zombie. There are mass amounts of consumption involved.
massive consumption.
Weapons of mass consumption. Now, are we talking about Americans or zombies?
I thought they were the same thing.
Ouch.
And that's funny because
We
I'm
are American.
American.
The other going on.
I'm not aware.
To hit someone against one, I'm just saying that, like, there's gotta be something going on.
For that to be a thing, or is intentionally trying to shut out the fact that they are monsters of their own ignorance, can't function properly. So, yeah, no, we at least are painfully aware of the fact of how bad our country is.
Americans are pretty bad.
And now we're back here, and I'm out there as Oddsock, and then he's like, look, the bridge has fallen, so now we can go get Toggle. Toggle will be the next one we wake up. So now this...
Go this way.
Go that way, in case you didn't get it.
But you can also switch between characters now.
So now there's this little port where if you go up to it and you push triangle, you can switch. And I'm up here now trying to figure out like what kinds of stuff I could get as Oddsock that I couldn't get before.
Like these.
Right, now I can jump up here, get
And
that
if you
quest.
notice, there are people who are actually talking to you and shit now, because before in the glitch they weren't talking at all.
No one had any sort of icon. Like they had a little trophy icon, but you couldn't really do anything else. But now they're actually speaking, so I can actually be like, oh, okay, I can understand what the hell I'm supposed to do with this now. Well, I'm not going to do any side questing in this game, or at least not intentionally.
For the most part, yeah.
Not intentionally. It is good to see and to collect those quests, so if I get bored someday or whatever...
Or you're waiting for me to edit
Right,
stuff.
or I'm waiting for Ryu to edit, then I can go back in and have something to do in the game without having to worry about recording it. And I'll definitely, like, explain what rewards came of it if they're significant. If they're, like, stickers and stuff, I'm not gonna...
Yeah,
I'm not gonna, like, specify, like, oh, I got the sticker of a foot in this quest. Like, no, it's not one of those things that I'm gonna do. I was like, oh, bells. And then I tipped the bridge. Now that stuff at the bottom I can only really get if I'm swoop.
We think.
Yeah, that's our current theory, because if you go down to the bottom, which Oddsock can't go like below this platform of the level. I tried like every which way. And he can't climb the grates, which is why I don't go up unless I can wall jump. See, now I switch back. But at the bottom, before that little junction where you could like go underneath the bridge, as I'm going to show here, there's this. So there's no real way to sort of jump that, because if I jump it, I'll die. And there's no like respawn point, there's no sort of sticker trigger. I try like shining my flashlight.
Yeah, because it looks like there's something there that's like, oh, use this to get across, but...
Like, we don't know things yet. That just like...
You have to toggle them sort of in here.
It looks like shit. Like there's a way to jump onto that. I know that thing. Back down if you want to get up again.
Yeah, that's where the bridge, like that's the thing that leads to the bridge that wasn't spawning before. So when we were jumping on that movie reel and continuously dying,
Yeah.
that's because that wasn't there. So that was part of the no bridge glitch.
There was a lot of things that was really awkward with that level.
When we first were loading it and we first noticed the bridge glitch, we got so frustrated of just like, great, we think our copy's defective,
Yeah.
and we're never going to be able to play it again unless we go in and exchange it for a new copy.
But it just didn't make sense to me.
Like, I was worrying if it was just a thing between, like, PS4 transferring to PS3 and, like, that part of code just didn't load, or, like, it was just our copy and, like, we were going to have to switch it out.
Yeah,
But then,
fortunately it wasn't.
when I did more research and then someone else had a similar problem, it was like, oh, well, you had to delete all your save data. I was like, I really don't want to do that.
But it works.
But, yeah. See, and then this, you can't go past the other point with Sackboy or Sackgirl because of the fact that you need to be able to wall jump as Oddsock. See, I was doing my little alligator walk just then.
You enjoy this way too much.
I do. I really like Oddsock's animal costumes, with the exception of the pug, because the pug is terrifying.
What about the barmaid?
The
Oh, and then
barmaid's
there's this
interesting.
asshole.
Yeah, this guy shows up and is like, oh, by the way, everything that was nice about this place? Yeah, fuck that. So then I fight one of the titans, and that is
yeah,
that
that's
is
what
the
happens.
boss. I think it's the green titan we end up fighting.
Or purple. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Pretty sure it's
That's
green because the
re-recorded.
purple one's possessing his eyeballs.
Well, I thought that was just him being possessed by all of them.
I don't know.
If
All I
his
care
color
about is that he's
change-
orange at first and purple now.
Okay,
So.
if his color changes, that'll be something different.
Right. See, look, and then now in the cutscenes, when you see Oddsock, he's in my alligator outfit. Now he's like, oh, yeah, I see you've awakened Oddsock. Guess everything's cool. And I'm just like,
No,
fuck
he says
you, though.
something about how, like, oh, you know, you have a dog. It's good to have a pet in this troubled world or some shit like that. And he's like, well, I guess it's just time to fuck shit up.
Everything that was good about this place, all the Manglewood's creativity is mine now.
Yeah. He's like, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but if I want to be the most creative thing in the universe, everything else has to be destroyed. Because he's basically taking creativity.
He's mad that I'm not gonna. He's so hype.
Something is bigger. And that's what I'm fighting.
So then, because of that, here we get all sorts of shit flying around until it assembles itself into this giant raging swamp monster.
And that is where we get our boss sequence. Where we play as Oddsock, once again without warning.
Well, no, they kind of had a warning for it. There's just some cats in the backyard. She's way too excitable. I heard swoop level is a lot harder, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joy.
Like, swoop has some sort of mechanic that you have to constantly fly with. Or something, or like one of her abilities requires you to like pay strict attention to shit that's going on around you.
Well, I'm sure, because it's going to be like, remember in Little Big Planet 2 with the bees?
Yeah.
I had to like narrowly avoid the lasers and stuff. Get it? It's a reference to it came from the Black Lagoon.
Well,
And there it is.
round one.
Here's our boss. Giant ink balls.
Touch them and you die.
Yeah, no, basically the rule is touch anything except what you're supposed to jump off of and you die. So at first it looks pretty good, and this is really gruesome for a Little Big Planet thing, to have like stuff flying everywhere when you hit it. That's not a prize level. This part I was like, whoa, Jesus, what is going on? But see, so it gets progressively more and more difficult.
Fuck you.
And I died again. It's not easy. Like, it looks pretty simple. And then I was like, where do I go? Where do I go? What the fuck? What the fuck do I do? Like, oh, it's
Yeah.
Frogger. It's 3D Frogger, everybody. If any of you missed the old-time classic, here you go. It's hard.
Well, you get it eventually. Oh no, this was way funnier.
This was not
'Cause you were
funny at
like-
all.
you know,
I was like, what do I do? It's gonna blow up anyway. I can't stay there. And then I keep jumping prematurely.
Man, this was a very hard boss to like fight on the fly.
I wasn't expecting a really difficult boss. See, I hit the button and then it killed me. And that's how we got through our first death.
Yeah. And I think I skipped some of the tries. I don't
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
which one. I don't know. I leave in like one of the deaths, I think, and it was just like.
Yeah, you cut to that
good.
death, and
Yeah.
you're just like, okay, that. So this part's not gonna be in.
Most of it is, but I still need to fill the empty space because I have to sync it out.
Okay.
And loading. Magical.
I have right now.
Came from the black swamp. Because, I mean, all of Oddsock shit is supposed to be theater-based. He's supposed to be some sort of action star.
I think they all are.
No. Well, I know Oddsock is for sure because they introduced Mirkwood,
They're the three heroes.
Manglewood. They introduced Manglewood as the theater district that was in the Magisphere. Or Bunkum in general.
Anytime that I hear Manglewood, though, I think of Mangle from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. But I think that's also just because
I keep thinking of the Lord of the Rings base.
I just also really like Five Nights. I really like Five Nights at Freddy's for the lore, like some of the character designs and some of the lore, and how well thought out it is with its timing and its very vague storyline. It kind of has it like other people in groups assemble themselves instead of just handing it to you. I think is really neat. It kind of reminds me of a Presentable Liberty in the way where it's kind of while the story is there, you kind of have to assemble it yourself as to like what is going on. That was lucky as hell. So like all the definites and stuff aren't handed to you. You gotta
Piece things together.
figure out everything
It's the same
yourself.
way Metroid Prime was.
What just it reminds me of my serial killer documentaries.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I really like watching documentaries on like murders and serial killers and like psychological
Well, you hit it at
like
least.
I don't know, I was about to call it psychological diffusion, but I don't think that's right. So look, we make progress. Now it's like fucking Donkey Kong country up in here where we gotta go back up this thing before it completely descends, and I'm freaking out. At this point I'm shouting about how this doesn't help my anxiety.
I remember that. Oh no, this didn't help your anxiety.
Yeah, no, this was a major, like, panicking moment. And while it goes okay for a little while, it's like, oh, okay. Then I jump on those two, and then I jump over that, and then, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I was like, how am I supposed to jump forward? And unlike in other places of the level...
Yeah, that
fucked
was
me
the
up.
best.
I was so fucking angry. But like in other points of this level, or like where it has the sort of the hub for the other links to the levels, like I was like, oh, we have infinite lives, so I can jump in the tower as many fucking times as I want. But
Yeah.
in this,
Can't
it's
do that.
back to the regular level mechanic where you have a finite number of lives. Now, I have to say, I'm kind of glad that Ryu wasn't playing this level with me because we'd have run out of lives quite
Or I would
quite-
have fucking won.
which is not likely seeing as it's Little Big Planet.
You remember fucking Sunshine?
Mario Sunshine?
Yeah, I was a champion. I fucking went through that whole thing by myself and won.
That's Mario Sunshine.
Stop for me.
Watch the Let's Play.
How many times?
Oh, that's just we both had a counter, but it was significantly
More so you dying. Because
Whoa.
I had played the game before.
and you were also killing me.
Throwing you in the lava is a joy not only for myself but for others.
Okay.
Because you don't die in most of your Zelda Let's Plays, let's be real now.
Oh, you know, then there's that one clip of Majora's Mask.
Day at the Races?
No.
And
Where,
Day at the
where
Races?
Nick Riddle proves to me that you can throw bombs at the Dongos. And I was like, oh, I don't know why that would work. It's like, the Dongos has always been weak to bombs. I was like, yeah, but they didn't specifically state it. And Toggle doesn't say anything about it, so why the fuck would that be why would that be legit? And he's like, no, you gotta know your Zelda lore. And I'm like, don't fuck with me on Zelda lore. And then he was right.
Speaking of which, as
I
far as
felt
Zelda Majora's Mask goes, what are you guys' feelings on that currently? Because I'm really excited.
It is good.
It's
the
the-
game is hard as fuck now.
It's
Well,
the first
okay.
time I've played it since it came out 15 years ago. So, like, I'm really happy. It's one of those games that I grew up with. and that I've always really admired, and I really like Skull Kid's character purely because he has more depth than your average Zelda villain. And he's also sort of more relatable in the fact that he likes to pull pranks on people. He just wants to be remembered. He wants to hang out with his friends again.
And it's mostly he just wants to hang out with his friends again.
Yeah.
See, you have no fear when it comes to this part now.
I'm just like, I'm a fucking professional. Also, I almost died. Speaking of Majora's Mask, anyone who likes fan-made music should hear Mandapony's Majora's Mask song, Just 3 Days. It's kind of a jazzy number. I really like it. But also, I really like his Five Nights music.
How do you get past 4 blocks? That was funny.
So enraging. See, and now I actually get to hit the button because it doesn't run from me this time.
Yeah.
And there we go! We won! And there's the Green Titan, and I'm still just jumping around. Even in the background of the loading thing, I'm just kind of...
Yeah. And the little thing that's like, love me!
No, wait. I'm not done. Come back.
This loading screen's getting cut out.
Okay.
Because it's 25 minutes. I'm gonna enjoy playing Taco.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Oddsock's just fun.
Some of these levels are really fun though. And he dies.
And now
And it just
we
goes
get
back
to put
in
him
the
back in the
can.
tin container.
But like, why? Where'd that even go? I never catch like what the name is. I'm gonna freeze frame that when I edit it.
It's funny, I actually think I have one of the containers of that brand of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. The old time.
This is when I'm Ziggurat.
Actually, the castle for a castle really looks like you're gonna
Trip and then like impale your head on a metal spike.
like every other Square Enix game.
Thanks, Marluxia. You're a fucking terrible decorator.
Okay, I believe that after this, it's done.
El Jefe.
Why'd you say the chief in Spanish?
El Jefe's army training is endless.
Oh, sure.
Because I read it as El Jeffs and I was like, that's not right.
It is El Jeff.
No, it's Jefe. Whatever.
No, it's... See, but
So-
look at how neat this looks.
Manglewood is done.
Look at all the fireworks. My little ears. And
And
now we
New World.
unlock where we're gonna get Toggle.
Russia. Piano Russia. Yeah, that.
Blair's Nightmare.
Hey!
Leave the cats alone.
So now we get Ziggurat Grand Hall. Or
It's a
Ziggurat.
ziggurat.
Anyway, that's all
Oh.
for that.